Hello everybody, welcome back again. I'm John, the creative blue collar guy, and I haven't done one of these in a while, so I wanted to do another segment of bands you probably have not heard of. This one actually I think a lot of people probably have heard of, but it's one of my favorite bands or artists. I never quite know how to refer to it. It started as a solo project, now it's a band. Um, but City and Color. It's real 50-50 when I talk to people about this band. Either they've heard of him and they love him, or they've never heard of their music before, and then when they listen to it, they love it. So I thought it was worth bringing up. It started out essentially as a solo project by Alexisonfire guitarist Dallas Green, and mostly acoustic, just acoustic guitars, maybe a little bit of piano or something here and there, but it initially was a solo project. But he said he couldn't imagine seeing just his name on merchandise and on t-shirts, Dallas Green. So he took Dallas Green, his name, and made it City and Color. The rest is history from there. So he has released, I believe, 6 studio albums, 2 live albums, lots of different EPs and singles and different things like that since, I believe, the first album was in, let me look here, scroll, 2005 was his independent release, Sometimes. And then 2007, Bring Me Your Love. He did a live album and DVD in 2007, which was mostly just songs from his first album, Sometimes. And it was him up there playing guitar and singing by himself, and I think his cousin playing keys on certain songs. And let's see, he went on to release Little Hell in 2011, and The Hurry and the Harm in 2013, If I Should Go Before You in 2015, another live album, Guide Me Back Home, 2018. That was another one where it was more of a kind of solo acoustic guitar with his good friend Matt Kelly backing him up on keys and pedal steel guitar, other things like that, harmonies. And his most recent release, A Pill for Loneliness, in 2019. So I'm gonna make sure the audio isn't playing on it, but I'm just gonna kind of have this video for what I think has become one of my favorite songs by him lately. And when you go and listen to the song, watch the music video, listen to the song, it's the song Astronaut from his newest album, A Pill for Loneliness, and it fits so perfectly with just the song, the vibe, everything. It's definitely become one of my favorites. I've seen this guy live many times. He's gone anywhere from, again, doing the solo acoustic tours to having a whole band. Usually during his shows he will have the band take a break, and he will still do a couple of acoustic songs by himself, bring the band back out. He definitely does, not all of them, not every time, but a handful of his songs he will do different variations of them live, which I always appreciate. If I'm gonna spend the money and spend the time to come out to your show and see you live, if you sound just like your recordings, if you sound just like your album, good for you. That means you're not using a whole lot of studio magic and stuff to make your music sound good. But at the same time, I can sit in my living room or I can drive in my car and listen to your music. I come and see a live show, I kind of want something a little different, a little varied, a little change up. So I remember some of his songs from the earlier days when he was very acoustic, didn't really have much of a band touring with him or recording with him yet. He has now taken some of those older songs, thrown in some electric guitars, and kind of rocked them out a little bit more live. On the flip side, some of the songs in his later albums that have the full band, he might strip down and do acoustic alone just by himself live. So the way he constantly kind of varies what he does, I mean, his artistic talent, his musical talent is just, it's amazing. So like I said, he's been making music as a solo artist since 2006, give or take. He was in Alexisonfire for a long time before that. They kind of split up for a while in 2012, I believe. Have gotten back together for some one-off tours here and there, which I have seen them live as well. But now they're actually, Alexisonfire is coming back around with a brand new album. So they've sort of reconnected and come back, because it was between Dallas having his solo project or his new band, their other guitarist, Wade, I think his name is. I think he has a couple of different projects going on. So they just kind of Alexisonfire kind of hit this point where they officially split up. They did a final tour, a final show. They made a big spectacle of it. Just said, yeah, the other guys have other stuff going on. This band has sort of been put on the back burner, so we're just gonna call it quits. But over the years, they've just obviously realized that, you know, they're still good friends and they still like playing music together. So they would do some tours. Guys would go do their other stuff. Over the last few years, they had released a couple of one-off singles here and there. But yeah, Alexisonfire, new album coming soon. They're touring, coming around here pretty soon. Still not sure if I'm gonna make it to that show, but yeah. City and Color, if you have not heard of his music or their music, Dallas Green, City and Color, whatever, check him out. He's done some really cool covers on YouTube as well. Well, the videos are on YouTube. One is a cover of one of my all-time top favorite songs, Nutshell, by Alice in Chains. Words are hard today. So definitely look that up, and I'll link that in the description of this video, his cover of Nutshell. And then one he did more recently was another Alice in Chains cover, Rain When I Die. The way he did it acoustically, you almost don't recognize it at first, but if you know the song, you're sitting there thinking, well, I know the lyrics, and then he hits the chorus, and it does sound like the song, but it doesn't at the same time. It's really fascinating. So anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this far through. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments. Have you ever heard of Dallas Green or City and Color or Alexisonfire before? If you haven't, check them out. Let me know what you think. If you have heard of these bands or artists before, let me know what you think of them if you're a fan or if you've heard their music before. And as always, if you are new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.